Welcome to the installation video of the CURT 16429 custom fifth wheel bracket kit on a 2020 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Prior to installation, plastic bed liners will need to be trimmed or removed for metal-to-metal contact between the mounting rails and the truck bed. However, spray-in bed liners will not affect the installation. To begin, remove the spare tire to provide more room for the installation. If your vehicle has inner fender liners, remove these as well. Next, place the rear mounting rail into the back of the bed. Center the rail on the truck box floor by making a mark at a designated distance from the edge of the bed. For 6.5 foot beds, the distance will be 29 inches, and 8 foot beds will be 31 inches. Double check all measurements and be sure that you are measuring from the end of the truck box and not the tailgate. Using the mounting rail as a guide, mark the locations shown here with a paint pen. Center punch and drill one of the outer mounting locations with an 1/8 inch drill bit. Place the mounting bracket into position, making sure that the attachment point lines up with the drilled hole. Once you have confirmed that the hole is in the correct location, center punch and drill the remaining locations. Confirm that the other bracket and mounting holes line up with the attachment points. Enlarge the holes to 9/16 of an inch with a step drill bit. Once enlarged, we recommend deburring the holes and covering the cut edges with a paint pen or other rust preventative. Next, reverse fish wire the mounting hardware by threading a carriage bolt onto the coiled end and inserting it into the access hole. Slide the end of the wire through the square hole spacer and insert it into the access hole. Feed the end of the wire through the side plate and raise it into position. Fasten the plate into position with a hex flange nut. Place the 1/2 inch U-bolt over the frame rail, making sure not to cover any electrical or braking components, and secure it in place with the supplied flange nuts. Repeat this entire process on the other side. Reposition the mounting rail and insert a 1/2 inch carriage bolt through each of the drilled holes. On the driver's side, insert a U-shaped spacer between the bracket and the bottom of the truck box. This will help in creating a metal-to-metal contact for a more secure connection. Slide a square hole spacer over the threads of the bolt and secure it in place with a hex flange nut. Remove the heat shield and repeat this on the passenger side. Secure the center bolt with a round hole spacer and a hex flange nut. Next, position the front mounting rail. To get the exact location, place the unassembled fifth wheel into the already installed rear mounting rail. Position the front mounting rail by inserting the tabs on the fifth wheel legs into the slots of the rail. Push the mounting rail tight towards the other rail. Measure to make sure that the rail is centered in the truck box. Using the third set of holes on the mounting rail as a template, mark the attachment points. Remove the fifth wheel and mounting rail. Center punch and drill the marked locations. Enlarge the holes to 9/16 of an inch, deburr the holes, and cover any exposed metal with paint or rust preventative. Place the mounting rail into position and insert a 1/2 inch carriage bolt into each attachment point. Set the fifth wheel assembly into the mounting rails again and adjust the rail until the fifth wheel legs are fully seated. From under the vehicle, insert a U-shaped spacer between the bracket and the bed of the truck and secure it in place with a square hole spacer and a hex flange nut. For the forwardmost bolts, slide a round hole spacer over the bolts, followed by a square hole spacer, and secure it with a hex flange nut. Repeat this on the other side. Secure the center carriage bolt with a round hole spacer and flange nut. Torque the hardware to the exact values listed in the supplied instruction sheet. Reinstall the heat shield, inner fender liners, and replace the spare tire. You are now ready to assemble and install your fifth wheel product. This completes the installation of the CURT 16429 custom fifth wheel bracket kit on a 2020 Chevy Silverado 2500 HD. Thank you for watching this video. Now you can bring it.